I have heard that on one occasion the Blessed One was staying near Savatthi, at Jeta's Grove, Anathapindika's monastery. And on that occasion Bahiya of the bark cloth was living in Suparaka, by the seashore. He was worshipped, revered, honoured, venerated, and given homage. A recipient of robes, alms food, lodgings, and medicinal requisites for the sick. Then when he was alone in seclusion, this line of thinking appeared to his awareness. Now of those who in this world are arahants, or have entered the path of arahantship, am I one? Then a devata, who had once been a blood relative of Bahiya, compassionate, desiring his welfare, knowing with her own awareness the line of thinking that had arisen in his awareness, went to him and on arrival said to him, "You, Bahiya, are neither an arahant, nor have you entered the path of arahantship. You don't even have the practice whereby you would become an arahant or enter the path of arahantship. Then who in this world with its devas are arahants or have entered the path to arahantship? Bahiya, there is a city in the northern country named Savatthi. There the Blessed One, an arahant, rightly self-awakened, is living now. He truly is an arahant and teaches the Dhamma leading to arahantship. Then Bahiya, deeply chastened by the devata, left Suparaka right then, and in the space of one night went all the way to where the Blessed One was staying near Savatthi, at Jeta's Grove, Anathapindika's monastery. Now on that occasion, a large number of monks were doing walking meditation in the open air. He went to them and on arrival said, "Where, Venerable Sirs, is the Blessed One, the Arahant, rightly self-awakened, now staying? We want to see that Blessed One, the Arahant, rightly self-awakened." The Blessed One has gone into town for alms. Then Bahiya hurriedly left Jeta's Grove and entering Savatthi, saw the Blessed One going for alms in Savatthi. Serene and inspiring serene confidence, calming, his senses at peace, his mind at peace, having attained the utmost tranquility and poise, tamed, guarded, his senses restrained, a great one. Seeing him, he approached the Blessed One, and on reaching him, threw himself down with his head at the Blessed One's feet and said, "Teach me the Dhamma, O Blessed One. Teach me the Dhamma, O One well gone, that will be for my long-term welfare and bliss." When this was said, the Blessed One said to him, "This is not the time, Bahiya. We have entered the town for alms." A second time, Bahiya said to the Blessed One, But it is hard to know for sure what dangers there may be for the Blessed One's life, or what dangers there may be for mine. Teach me the Dhamma, O Blessed One. Teach me the Dhamma, O One well gone, that will be for my long-term welfare and bliss. A second time the Blessed One said to him, "This is not the time, Bahiya. We have entered the town for alms." A third time Bahiya said to the Blessed One, "But it is hard to know for sure what dangers there may be for the Blessed One's life, or what dangers there may be for mine. Teach me the Dhamma, O Blessed One. Teach me the Dhamma, O One well gone, that will be for my long-term welfare and bliss." Then, Bahiya, you should train yourself thus. In reference to the seen, there will only be the seen. In reference to the heard, only the heard. In reference to the sensed, only the sensed. In reference to the cognized, only the cognized. That is how you should train yourself. When for you, there will be only the seen in reference to the seen, only the heard in reference to the heard, only the sensed in reference to the sensed, only the cognized in reference to the cognized. Then, Bahiya, there is no you in connection with that. When there is no you in connection with that, there is no you there. When there is no you there, you are neither here, nor yonder, nor between the two. This, just this, is the end of stress. Through hearing this brief explanation of the Dhamma from the Blessed One, the mind of Bahiya of the bark cloth, right then and there, was released from effluence through lack of clinging or sustenance. Having exhorted Bahiya of the bark cloth with this brief explanation of the Dhamma, the Blessed One left. Now, not long after the Blessed One's departure, Bahiya was attacked and killed by a cow with a young calf. Then the Blessed One, having gone for alms in Savatthi, after the meal, returning from his alms round with a large number of monks, saw that Bahiya had died. On seeing him, he said to the monks, "Take Bahiya's body, monks, and placing it on a litter and carrying it away, cremate it and build him a memorial. Your companion in the holy life has died." Responding, "As you say, Lord," to the Blessed One, the monks, placing Bahiya's body on a litter, carrying it away, cremating it and building him a memorial, went to the Blessed One. On arrival, having bowed down to him, sat to one side. As they were sitting there, they said to him, "Bahiya's body has been cremated, Lord, and his memorial has been built. What is his destination? What is his future state?" Monks, Bahiya of the bark cloth was wise. He practiced the Dhamma in accordance with the Dhamma and did not pester me with issues relating to the Dhamma. Bahiya of the bark cloth, monks, is totally unbound. Then, on realizing the significance of that, the Blessed One on that occasion exclaimed, "Where water, earth, fire, and wind have no footing, there the stars don't shine, the sun isn't visible, there the moon doesn't appear, there darkness is not found." And when a sage, a Brahmin through sagacity, has realized this for themselves, then from form and formless, from bliss and pain, they are freed.